You gotta let me attach to pizza. You can't have an icon of a pizza and not let me turn them into a Papa John's. Please let me attach to Arnold's pizza to their leg. Jokes aside, the fork, known as Starlight, has a rudimentary version of surgery. It's definitely implemented off the RMC surgery, but it goes further in depth with it where you can actually have limbs be removed and attached. I do not believe limbs at this moment can be removed through gameplay. I think it's purely through surgery. However, there are still good implications to this. Losing limbs does have mechanical effects. For example, this person, I have totally not amputated their leg hoping to attach a piece of pizza knowing that it wouldn't work, but I still did it anyway. If they were to be taken over, for example, if I were to take them over right now and I try to walk around, I am painfully slow, as you'd expect somebody with a disgusting like ligament vein hanging from the empty socket would be. There are also new technologies that let you research cybernetic limbs. I do not believe they're of any enhancement, but they are a possibility to replace limbs. And I was doing some testing, and certain interactions just don't seem to work. Like, surgery on Diana just seems really janky in general. It doesn't even seem like you can reattach limbs on them. I haven't messed around with all the species because it's kind of a long process, and I'm not trying to know everything before I even try the server. But keep your expectations reasonable. These things can be fixed if you report them. It's in development, so it's just really cool to even have surgery. Surgery is really simple. You just need a set of surgical tools, whether it's through the surgical duffel bag or the box, or you just happen to have all the tools, and you just click on somebody laying down with a surgical tool. This isn't really a tutorial, it's more just a shout out that this fork even exists, and that there are forks with different mechanics. To do surgery, you just click on any piece of limb that is still existing. It's a little obtuse. I cut their leg off. In order to actually fix the leg, you have to click on the torso, and then you'll get the operation to attach a limb here. It's weird. You have to cut open their chest first to attach a limb. I'm sure quirks will get worked out. It's a very early system. But here you can actually do things like open a rib cage to extract organs. You can replace the organs with other species organs, so you can get like the slow metabolism of arachnid in a human. That's where the gameplay changes come from. It's even RimWorld style crimes you could commit. You can cut somebody's tongue out and they can no longer speak. You can open an incision on their head and you can rip their eyes out. You can rip their brain out and put it in another body. There's just a lot going on here. So for example, I'll just give it an example of how to remove somebody's brain. So you click on their head, open an incision with the scalpel. Having a surgical bag makes this so much easier. Then you must use a hemostat to clamp the bleeders, and then a retractor to retract the skin. So now their head is open. I could go back to surgeries, and I can literally rip their eye out. There are eye implants you can research, just like security implants and more. I'm not going to spoil everything. I highly recommend you check out the fork to look at their gameplay changes yourself. Again, not a tutorial, just kind of showing cases of things. So I could rip out their eyes, rip out their brain. Ripping out their brain obviously kills them, but this is actually a way to Borg people, like dead bodies that have rotted, without having to give them, which is on its own already a great gameplay change, because having to beat a dead body with a toolbox to extract the brain is nonsense gameplay. So this is really cool to see. I could keep going on, but I think the gist is here. I recommend you look at Starlight to learn more about surgery yourself, but I'm not done yet. One little thing to include in Starlight as well, they just implemented a very basic economy system, and I know this is something that has been sought after for a while. So every career, job, whatever you want to call it, has a different paycheck, and the paycheck, I believe, is every 15 minutes. You can get this money from an ATM, and there's not really much to spend it on yet, but there is a hug dispenser, which just sells plushies. You simply get your money out of the ATM, insert the money into the machine, and buy whatever you want. Don't forget to take your money out if you're not actually planning on finishing your purchase, but it is nice seeing a implementation like this. It was very popular in 13 servers. I know people liked it in 13. So even just being able to buy a plushie with money, or possibly use money for bribes or personal money for bribes, I think can add a lot. Either way, the link to the Starlight Discord will be in the comments and the description. Recommend you check out their Discord to learn more and know more. Thank you for watching.